be able to kind of say obebora majority side no any of call deliberate say okay unto my person money ya adwin say or ye crap at least when yakobenya nipa ba ko abe support minority no. That is where also the majority has to enter the minority. No, no, so quite the be echo deliberate. Everyone for 50 ekasa. Obe no nya be 2 and 1. See, I know what is happening in the parliament. Say you need only one person to join you. Because speaker making it clear say when it's time for voting, he will vacate his seat.
Step down.
That is how hang parliament work. That is how it works. And that speaker can say or say concerning with the in regards to the E-level or say he urges parliament to build consensus.
Why not?
And that is what the two parties are lacking now. Obia person be build consensus. Obia person
Obia finish power.
Obia power.
Balance.
Yeah, balanced.
Balance.
So and the most interesting part is say and then some kushia you could say they will pass a lot of bills. A lot of bills will but every 11 now. Every 11 now.
She kiss on the can or moon.
From the information.
Okay. Mayama Yamima Ashefo a little background to 11 no. A year 2021 and a finance minister echo parliament. A day Ghana who's kasem and ask or call parliament says sky the boy who bra ewo 2022 imunu or the call parliament now or the call parliament na ade ba kwa na kan on say e-levy no say transactions bi aye wo your phone so bi mobile money ni your bank charges na omo dey call 1.75 omo the tax 1.75 atoso and because of that you know na Ghanaians be bring so nti ase say na mobile money kakaka ye send no o dey 1.75 tax ebeto so na eno eda o send this car from 100 cedis going na and I say tax no ebeba so e ma parliament e beja ye tuma pass ye di kind say a majority side no a omo no mo kra the business of the day in parliament no omo dey call parliament no they worked out majority work it out my minority for etwaba boss say 11 year dem in fact they rejected the whole budget we pay and a speaker of parliament Abambagwin etu kwan otu kwan no the following week you know Tuesday no motina se no honorable Joe Wise and take you over as the acting speaker now also no minority anchor parliament they didn't enter the chamber. It's a majority in the parliament no they also reversed the earlier rejection that take place no and then who be say baby and I almost that was the last sitting in parliament in 2021 December no and speaker eka say wabre ne ho fa no time success okoda into the okofie it is almost na E-levy no omo ye debe kwa on be fa so on be pass no on be pass and na e ho na e dey intokwaba ya E-levy no ye to ban pass iti afu ayo we E-levy ye be pass you say ye pass you e na ye be hwe na se na Fabian ma asote ye no penifo de aba say e bia E-levy no week we crap de omo nka wansem because president e koswa ye consultation.
Now, Obaka say finance minister Kasa last Wednesday or can once say
or say
Omobeka.
Or said I can no more the parliament.
Next Tuesday was 30 years. Tuesday.
But then you see,
case
it
was even to be held on the 18th. And it's about 25th. And they are telling us if Banjo Monkan was. So at times some of it you don't get it.
And now I was speaking to a labor expert B. Now no catch me say clearly government will unpaid deliberations or that then the bar or that the bar we now amount for can we or say I think I'm consultation.
By level anyone was say on bed down say yeah you better you know you trail.
Oh that one here it's
the better, that started to
from the look of things, no.
Part of credit good phones will never flash you.
For that was always the meeting.
I know Moses Gabby send a baby king 6.9 million.
Which we are saying, last I know Stephen social will also can say a projection. So if I don't send the 100 Ghana cedis, they don't get the tax.
But looking at
that, they say party
that's where I'm coming from. A very, very difficult. A very, very difficult. Without
most people do not take physical cash around anymore.
Unless you issue them maybe a banks apps ABA.
And look at their charges.
And look at TV.
Say their bank transactions.
Okay, but if you know I'm 1.75.
Who used to ATM? I think who used to ATM now number 2 said then so.
The charges that I was sending this car.
And I'm sending this camera from my bank account about Momo account. Yet me 0.68. Yeah, passing bill loans me just 68%.
Already no. We say check at every order.
It wasn't up to 100 cedis. It was 90 cedis.
About some of us
I don't know case.
And then I will be transactions over to the
I don't know case.
And then my cocoa over there catch it on.
Yo, who the kawasa?
And I know count you know.
You director fan on the transactions when some can
Who the kawasa?
I don't require fan and
so our transaction was
already know you check a credit or you get it. Enti eba say na say amount for the load no cover you still find a way.
Who said
and come back there.
Who share in common about 11 now? For ordinary Ghanaian, no, the explanation is say already me send this car. Who send me 100 Ghana cedis? You send it. Tell possibility on 1 cedi.
Yes.
That was so. Now, so
and automatically says can 2 cedis. Share a 1
in and out. So what's the
2 cedis? Was their own, you know. They need to 200 Ghana. But with the introduction of the E11, no, what is going to happen is who sending 100 Ghana cedis? I will tell 1 cedi na telco no. As na buyer say the 1.75 no.
2 coins kakra so.
It is here some of Fabia Aircas or Tyson is come away. Say osa ye pass 11 no send 100 Ghana cedis mawa. E be kona be say 3 cedis for.
Benkensi. Na 10
to make bro.
It's what bro. That is what the Ghanaian populace public in person where they be or avoid it. Say already we are overburdened with a lot of taxes and rather make our handle now Odru say I should mention all, but then on petroleum there was 6 taxes on petroleum.
Microfinance for no na before and no more running or business is and Kebani say now on be capitalize on the opportunity. Tisenka Udumasi and say quickly we say omo I establish a microfinance biwa. Eti momo upesi career easy access. Eti come and go tia 11 bia me entity sika bia ni kwan so ti. Sana form ho anka bia odu kwan no. Udumasi dan wa ko use usika tax also yes say. E bia odu ablik man so e bi wo ho. Do at say the first to kru bia bia menye advert ba on say first say na GN bank o pretty no. Do to kru bia ma obi GN bank. E ba me sana this E11 we say in
GM Bank was say the grassroots, almost your grassroots banking.
So Ubra baby,
yeah, no,
Ubra baby, I know. Enti, yenya system ni biya ho. Aka this E11 issues ni na. Because kamuba money no cause ndea mama. How many times you
Bank where dem confati are saying e be affecting kofo be.
Yes, more money has become.
I said we buy, we say you call shut down kakra a day na untimi send day.
No, they were trying to see how
Shendi padu do no my worry.
Yes, and no, I think the telcos
easy transactions.
No, the telcos wanted to know. I first said the telcos wanted to know the impact of the service to them. What happens? They wanted to see their losses. Say if they decide to not to do mobile money, losses been on media has. And that's what they try to do.
Now, currently, as I was it in the 50%.
It's cow.
Shit.
It's cow. You know, we send my buyer study and when we say, no, telcos me make he sika.
Population has time to be corrected. About 95%. Now, we rely on mobile.
That is it.
Even
That is it.
transactions, you know.
That is it. And that is why President Neka say, see how we use mobile money automatically will be a bank account phone so.
So we scan send 100 cedis or scan. Me send 90 am send back remnant na me 3 mo
say. What send 90 money bi o.
Me mo say na
I did to crowd to me be
okay. It's other stories so.
Okay, this economy is on life support and it was said by John Jinapo, which is very true. Your oxygen here so ye pet ye behu. So that was better. So I mean because a member of Parliament Select Committee on Finance, John Abu Jinapo, says the economy is heading towards total shutdown if urgent measures are not put in place to reverse it. The NDC MP described the economy as one life support. According to him, although the government has raised money through loans and taxes, it has failed to use the funds on capital expenditure. Speaking at an NDC town hall meeting in Kumasi on Monday, Mr. Jinapo said the debt to GDP, which is 80%, together with the low revenue, puts the economy on the brink of collapse. So he continued that this 80% GDP we are seeing is a tip of the iceberg. Go and look at our total revenue, or more importantly, our tax revenue, then you get to know that this country is indeed on the path to a total shutdown and a total collapse.
See, Abu Jinapo say economy in the area.
So Mr. John Jinapo said increases in some taxes and levies have failed to rescue what he calls a failing economy. I think that the e-levy will fail to rectify the situation.
Was okay Fitch as someone on the buy a rating company no, almost on the buy and say economy no. It's likely that government cannot pay its loan. It's one of the things or the abundance of the savage system near e-levy no. And
is that money enough for them?
And according to we also Abu Jinapo already in the time somebody bring in it failed to hit its targets.
Sure.
So we say most of the time someone introduce Samantha unya. Samantha unya. That you see. I'm a registered mobile money person. In the whole week, man sending 100 Ghana cedis, government will not get.
But and also, and yeah, they are overcast the whole week. Who send this?
Yes, esobeti.
Yes,
and esobeti. Esobeti.
And it means
then every so amount for being the same yes, I say 100 above.
Yeah, you want to touch.
20.
Nah, that.
What about 50?
No problem.
And 70. No, don't say from 100 Ghana cedis.
Sometimes still a better dentist. Still a better some would be come.
So very 20.
And a back and this was said. This is what we are doing now. Often our move from the drone. No, then you are passing here. There is 100 no qua or the
Okay, we enter a reputable private basic school in the West municipality is in urgent need of a supervisor for immediate employment. The suitable candidates should be abreast with the current educational trend and be well positioned to show and lead exemplarily. A degree in education is at least required. Call 0243 358 800 0243 358 800. Na any school education come up. Fabian, sorry. No, but I mean, very
serious. Also, in the system, so I mean, say one have many uncle. Two na pre. You struggle for life. What they say. So I'm very relaxed.
I'm very happy to say.
And I am pretty say you are too.
Yes, but I'm very happy to say this government finally has decided to, and I'm commending them. Say, more expenditure no, more so from 15% no. To 9.1%, which I think is commendable. Just the government is cutting down on expenditure, and which is
But sometimes you think say we in this one what you know.
All away.
Yeah, come out us what, but
you know,
say take effect, no, and then they ask them.
But truly, we have to applaud them for
that is it. That is it.
Yes, but going forward, no, and they have to make
Sir,
sure.
or the supplementary budgets, ebeba, you bogra afino, you get check afino or the supplementary budgets beba
5 months.
5 points time no, which anyway, how do you say expenditure no matter so and say.
But see, it should be back to Muhammad a farm my one. None can I style be and Untumin come with power say this is what is going to happen. Except say a idea on bit my impulse way, so the habit marker say what you say. Because starting from even education, or more the idea about the Etienne or Madanin. So what should say we at the Etienne, the story won't change. You get it? You're certain about your decisions are making. We don't plan about your decisions are making. As a buy it, let's try and see. A buy it, let's push the agenda and see.
And I don't ample time and funds so.
They don't do.
Yeah, whom prayer say a better policy. It's almost class and almost dream and
they are in a bad because sure they are bad planners. How many issues now about one man?
Baba carry you react here, then you go back.
But can't you give the credit to the president? So, and the money here, less than president. Because at the end of the day,
try and error. It doesn't make you listening.
Baby, where did Maybe so man cashier. You push it. But Mukabibia,
they don't say that.
But I didn't say the 12 you are not being fair to this government. I mean,
and then they will hear about
government as a address issue. What you say? And I don't do address issue, so the Kodia Maban, because I'm come out, we meet me needing her. Uboni didn't grow to me, so they said in some.
And this are women that so I can say, and clear better
issues in the address. What you say? Indeed, to go back. It is a buying winner will be. Bonitiana, a criticism on its way. What do you say? Ubia
no common who say quite normal fashion and yet. But yeah, it is. I am a cousin. What you're funny say, it's a bonum was one who lives on the chair.
The Uchasan.
Eh, it's yeah, it is only a wizard.
Don't they know better?
Okay, so majority has no intention of building consensus on e-levy. Sam George, MP for Nigopa Pram Sam George says the majority in Parliament has refused to build consensus on the approval of the e-levy. According to Sam George, the majority has rather taken an entrenched position and neglected the interest of Ghanaians. So he was speaking to Joy News on the polls on Monday, that was yesterday, and noted that the current situation where there's a hung parliament, I think Ufi Eban, warrants both consensus of the House to compromise and build consensus for the interest of the nation. So Sam George added that you don't build consensus when you take an entrenched position. Nobody builds consensus by taking an entrenched position. We would both have to come together and think of what it is in the best interest of the Ghanaian people. So the controversial 1.75% rate e-levy has generated several arguments between the government and other stakeholders since its proposal. The minority has called for the suspension of the levy, while the majority is stern on the approval and passage of the levy. The
teacher says, some of special chair say, more as minority, majority news as someone for brana young can levy that but majority say the stance on taking the no one or
they think the president of the republic, or some kind of veto powers be.
No. When a Ghana see Kasema, hey,
almost Felicia by no veto power be, and majority in so the government side, president inside. So, meaning so one go now free banana.
No, do you know what they are thinking? Do you know what they still think? And that is the, you see, when you say these things, when we can say over politics,
okay.
The problem currently in Parliament is here, and you will be as a majority leader. You see, the majority leader is the leader of government business. government business now they call parliament in approval on ODNU, and he needs to show the way as a leader. Here's the problem. Share, but me can't be sure. Everyone say finance majority leader. In conform one who na no edi majority in the parliament no. What change anytime. But he is not changing. Why?
No change.
No changing no.
Ah, now we change you. No change you. No change.
On changing no. Share of our Asafo, of our other ones we can hold. They are not part of the leadership. Or they another set Aba, and they have Afenyo Makin, and currently they have Lydia Ahassan. I was so West Wogon. Compared it to the minority side, no leadership, no woman no come from 2016, no, and one of Mukremu ewa hustle, no. So that teamwork, you know, the majority that doesn't know how to build consensus, almost say, I think they still believe, say, the majority, the number of MPs no mukra parliament in the 2016, from 2016, and one of Mukremu, no.
The same power I'm talking about. And
that is where you see. The majority that needs to understand the fact say about my if only he understand the fact that see and he can hang parliament. When he gets it clear, things will move on smoothly for him.
Why do you say unim?
No, he does say
okay.
The speaker is saying that we have a hang parliament. We can't say no, we are the majority. But say don't let us.
He knows, but so Obejia too, no.
He knows. I believe he knows. But he said, let's give the benefit of that. Say, they are all kind of. They feel no bad there. We shouldn't think for him. But they all kind of. On June 2 said there's a hang parliament.
And
I am the pastor. The video that we played this morning, the second deputy speaker of parliament was admitting to the fact that Omukra hang parliament. Omukra hang parliament. So he needs to learn how to deliberate. Deliberation is the best.
I had to say, "Oh, so na me catch us also."
That is it.
Where they are?
Me just say, "Oh."
Send them in. Now say, "Asem sina obi ejane na rebeshe obi am mefa."
It doesn't change the fact that unim say also.
That's
what he's doing. Only
same thing I'm saying.
Opa, say 11 way. Say they will pass it. Opa offer canto castle. Now, you can see secret balloting. And he will be shocked the number of votes that the minority will get in parliament. Opa, the Kakaka,
because they know that people within them are they support it.
So the last sitting, before I didn't talk about the Bebano, minority that sorry catch you say. You see, we will not accept anything below 1 point. On my figure, I don't want to misquote him. But no, I say, well, we need to make money. We need to generate revenue. But the point is that 1.75 E11 was what? It's too much. Arguments they are not saying the government should not make that, should not collect taxes, but they are saying the 1.75 it's too much. So last time I catch them about
party members in the at least if they can reduce it.
Reduce it. But then the majority that doesn't want to accept that.
The tax is say it will be there.
And Abuja Paul say Georgina Paul Casher say tax need to last year no. A failure. You didn't say 8 year. A failure. A failure. Because I don't see the reason why government will tax us for sanitation and then the streets of Accra is still dirty. Government will tax us for COVID-19. Already they've not accounted for the okay, say because we've not finished fighting COVID-19. The battle against COVID-19 has not ended, so they can't come and account. And so sanitation and pollution. Just say and for me, when an MP speaks, both from the majority and the minority, we take it serious because Parliament is a house of records. You don't just say things.
Sure.
And for him to have come out to say that, no, I believe so. Or committee, or finance committee, so an energy committee, so parliament. You understand?
Even if NSA Krana, a Bibia, Ebia won't watch it, I won't say ever. Maybe I will declare it.
That is it. For my concern, to be now about with, especially me, I think about we on the biggest problem, a majority leader. I'm telling you, change the majority leader and then see how government businesses will pass through. You see, say.
So you think changing the majority leader is simple, sir?
But the point is, if
majority leader fast way.
If MPs, if those in the majority, no, because say MP leader ni biuma, you won't why. You just become a senior member of parliament. They should change. Because when you tell a man who's a on deliberation, and it's not good.
Shall I be catching no?
If I happen to, I say you don't know how to deliberate. It's a
when I say what can you cry at? Who told you? Opa, who didn't attempt to see your betting?
He needs to learn how to deliberate. Share. What do you say? Before best friend Amado, President Nana Akufo-Addo in the second time, no. Brochure we here for the inauguration, no. No my year. Oma printed brochure there now. And omanya nobody speaker Okwe had to say he was the current speaker of parliament. Meanwhile, he was a speaker of parliament in here. It's near a printed brochure. They were thinking, say, they could have still maintained Okwe. And as a majority leader, and you knew that you were going to become a majority leader at all costs. What's happening? What do you do? You meet the minority. We still want to bring Michael Okwe. What do we do? What I say? That we deliberate. According to Mutaka said they didn't come. Mutaka said they were expecting them to come. But at the end of the day, they were representing government in parliament. So they were expecting the majority to come to them and say, Michael Okwe Eba. They were waiting for them, they didn't come. That's why they also filled in Alban Baldwin. And when Alban Baldwin, when they contested, we Michael Okwe. And America said, Opa Yefa say yes secret balloting. And see what will happen in this country. What I say, when the majority, we say the problem in parliament is the majority leader. If he accepts the fact, say there's a hung parliament, he will become one of the best. How can a common levy a person pass in this country? It is becoming a problem to us. In fact, when we're introducing VAT, now buying NBC buying data, it had to take a minister of state or the citizen Ghanaian. He entered parliament. He told us, I'm not here as a government official. I'm here as an ordinary Ghanaian. Even that time, Kapani say a year military rule crap, they went for deliberation. So what is preventing, and especially those who claim say apostles of rule of law? They should change the majority leader. What would change the majority leader now? And I'm not saying, I'm saying this without fear or favor. They should just change the majority leader. President Akufo-Addo started for MPs, they should start working against him. Move him, bring another person. Bring another person there, and then you will see how your work, how parliament will work. Your own majority leader is the one causing all the problems for you. And it's now to me, as a government and business, me a standstill. The truth, that is the plain truth. What is any lecture, and I say lecture, and I say governance assessment. What I'm saying is the truth. The majority that doesn't know how to deliberate, he doesn't want to build consensus. What I say, and what is about like I say, NDC for MP, so I approve we 11. If we approve 11, why is it not taking effect?
Yeah, because there are more to it too.
They should, and we are say yes, sure. Say no more shall say yes, sure. Yes, sure. For the stories we don't want.
Uncle Apiache. I think story way by and me who baby are not yes in the past 17.
Oh, baby.
And then so yes about where woman are 14. Which I'm not getting it clear, but
the thing is, Ghana, ye diabro,
the nipa enkwa
because then case music be for your career no we had 17 people and then 59 were injured.
Yeah.
It say if more bodies are
enough or according to report enough 4 very severe.
Yes. It say if 17 and the 17 it was from the police. It wasn't a report from us. Yes, my report abiko and on my different figure. Police for the my story no. So if more bodies are the numbers not supposed to increase?
Why not?
So why are they decreasing? Why are they decreasing? Sometimes I tend to agree with people like Moka say, they say they blame but blame about, but sometimes there are some people in the helm of affairs are almost abro. But I don't know the crack somehow can about the Sumona about president. How do you tell us say the first 2 days it was 17, now over a week now, getting closer to a week now, was it go for 14 days? What kind of life is this?
What kind of people are Uchisu or more as leaders? In Tiabata and almost about meeting go wrong. Leaders need to
back to parliament issue. Me, I'm starting a campaign to move the majority leader out. The majority moving it out. Move majority leader out. Move majority leader out.
I said the hashtag.
Moving it out. Move majority leader out. Moving the outer. They say when Clement, when they move them out, when they move him out, you see.
Say no message. I can't say akola ketwa.
Majority leader why Pokoti Chinchai ye can be out person obefa. I mean he thinks that he is the embodiment of all the wisdom in the world, and that is the bad thing.
Is it not the power?
But also can say nipa don't even say oni bibiano oni mushe. People are just worrying Ghanaians. Then communication ministry was offer SIM registration. People go and stand in the scorching sun. The people are suffering. Just go to NIA, go and take biometrics. For more stories.
My social media handles name to Masha for your best friend. I'm joining live on Facebook at Active TV GH. Send your mechanic Active TV GH is together entertain them and make sure so they add sign and so ebedien we are on YouTube as well as Active TV GH. I was here streaming live. Number no imagine Ubebo number number
is 0503 236 735 0503 236 735. What's another the hashtag move majority in the house?
Hey, abotre, watching abotre.
Yeah, concert. Yeah, serious. And when they say, "Ubinya baby kakre biya," no fish no. I feel they may not power enough. It's mamanya dem. Mamanya dem.
Let's learn how to build. You see, nation building is about consensus. No.
So Clement, you think they don't know?
Jokes on the door.
They say
to accept it and then work with it.
No, let's assume say they don't know. Let's agree to say they don't know. Let's give the benefit and say we don't know. Yeah, catch them. Let's go back to parliament again. Come on, ministers, no. Who knew say they will pass your friend saying how I concern? Did you even thought say how I concern ever pass yada? But the interview of how I concern, you must walk at me. Or say within my heart, I knew say I had a bad record before the NDC. They did, but I had to do what? Consult them. I had to deliberate with them, see them. And by on the point that you say, ono ye Sebio Sasabonsa wo other all the ministers that na approve of no. Ono na ye Sasabonsa wo montem no. When the vote was cast, no, on put on your highest votes.
Say, and now say true to know the Shishanko be mad no. But say omo be can any problem. Active TVI we director. We're taking decision on his own that. Does he take decision on his own? There were bad leaders. You leaders.
No, I'm asking. Even when there's a decision to be taken, we offer you now on the what do you discuss it? On the who could say stationary and media to take a decision.
The moment will be one say, or you two.
That's what we need to do.
That is.
But scenario ajeni mi make and ka obi a ono de ne sika ate enye me na me to aba say on be director of the company.
That is it.
But ni aya to aba ya say me akoto aba ma nka no.
That is it. Deliberations are the best. Who say you say nyanse ni nipa ba 14. So deliberate.
Every time you feel say power and knowledge.
Deliberate. And many part this Sanipo shocking me cry in among all of them here. Kojo.
Yes, they knew.
Ah, why? Why?
And yet very, very bad.
Fabian Koso. Change the majority leader.
Leaders in here.
Change the majority leader. Change majority leader.
Government in the system last year. You realize you dear group.
But what check all the news portals? They are talking about e-levy. Why should this thing be an issue of discuss? That will Obia.
But I'm just printing 11 when shadow you tag for any tag for because
when we take it about and also and now city news carry story be say academic calendar is in the limbo as you tax strike entered the 3rd week and a 3rd week you say the week we money no by next week if this people doesn't call up the striker academic calendar rushing. What I say? What is all this?
Oh, the mama say cry. Na near trend social media no page say e-wrestling returning to parliament. Yes. See, the point they say. So far as the majority leader is refusing to lead a consensus into public wrestling so almost about it.
The best thing is they say when the majority decides to start the deliberations, he will become one of the best majority leaders. But didn't we have JH Mensah? Didn't we have JH Mensah? We saw JH Mensah. We saw JH Mensah. How JH Mensah was a good leader in parliament. What is different between the majority current majority than JH Mensah? JH Mensah debating issues, a consultation with humor. Those are serious, but or the agro anyway.
So the kind of people are voting or they cause our house. You have a problem.
That is it. Serious.
You voting conformity. Me say last as year your friend say right if you say a children here demonstration. O man jo here. No more demonstration for more kind if it's almost say or more pina Moses said him no more demonstration the first time near no almost a day. The second time near a day. So you realize thought that citizens there is something wrong with their mind. Because of political party.
Udu odana wo ko ofase ayebi edubia se elemonyina omo kwanye.
The council can be built.
Udem ka aboko bi ka ho. Mami ka aboko bi ni do me kwa benya constituency.
Obi to make us say o she akoko anasa
approach. Has been on power since president.
I just have for this election year.
What power from ex-president Mahama Mreso? I'm an confirmed because the NDC what power or NPP Nintina own to me. How about say I don't so also?
I mean, that's and they know. On the common fund on Muji and no cheski. We don't even take them. We don't cheski. Most of us are now more percent more higher.
Citizens in read the vote. I was here. Yeah, why? You
call booking say police society you say you bring Adib Sani na ele na twetwe nkomo afa Burkina Faso kuna akoso ho but for our stories we are young
so some of he's ever ready to organize NDC minority if the government is willing to consult. So, National Chairman of the Opposition National Democratic Congress, Samuel Ofosu-Ampofo, has said his party and the opposition lawmakers will be ready to engage the government if it is ready to consult. He said this while speaking at the ongoing NDC town hall meeting at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology in Kumasi on Monday, January 24th. So his comment comes at a time that the Speaker of Parliament, Alban Bagbin, has told the lawmakers that the only way out in getting things done in the House House is through dialogue and consultation.
That is it. Pure governance way.
Abano consultation. Obey Council of State. Entity back or mass. Consultation was
the call political parties. I think that you per se 1.75 bar. But you must say, Montia say, what is your view on that? Okay, Abai, you didn't say tax. They say you just tax near the more minor. But you say if you're in Ghana for Nyama and Kuyi, 1.75, you know, and yet the bank, and yet account of 1% and now say 0.75% poor. Now you must say the bank. You be na me sure say no crap be bwana Ghana for o meto wase no mind o metuatua na any friend consultation.
But you see a situation where Omaka say bia it's too much, reduce it. Now onye automatically they won't even support it at all.
That is it. And that is yes why I'm saying say the leadership of the majority in parliament, you know, is treading on a slippery ground. Because once you see a president, consultation, no.
If you are not careful.
He said the president is the one leading the consultation.
Some kind of worse beer. We should be a man.
Well,
if you say,
that is a consultation. Yes, me that way back. The ones I want to say, man, no reason to want to say. Okay, and they say. Now, I say,
first, I was a council of state or money as far as the government's consultation here
Masa.
Because money to me a council even the parliament.
Masa.
It's what was a conference.
Council of State President's fine. On 11
into
constitution they say you more than yes
11 your power
but my last story now you call active rights
okay so 11 now so then so 11 can be passed by NPP with their slim majority but the NDC will still oppose it the way member of parliament for Techiman North Elizabeth Ofosu-Ejare and Ekasa Assembly she calls the majority a slim majority.
It's a slim majority. And it's a slim, and they are not even majority party. They are majority group. 2016 in the 7th parliament, majority party in parliament because majority takes parliament takes two sides.
Yeah.
The majority party and then see you make me say three parties. We have the NDC, we have the NPP, and then we have an independent candidate. But then the independent candidates need to sit in parliament, and in parliament we don't sit. We sit in two sides. And then he decided to say, okay, fine, let me sit with the NPP.
Sure.
But it doesn't make him a member of the NPP. Or supporting. He can decide what to side with them on a lot of issues.
Sure.
What I say. Since some of us are NPP here. Because he's in parliament, not on the ticket of the NPP.
Yeah.
He's in parliament on the ticket as an independent candidate.
Support any decision you feel say.
Yes, okay. And about what I said, many minority for Yadri. Many majority for Yadri.
If only obey decide, it's obey neutral.
Obey neutral, what I say. So the point is, it comes to the conclusion say, we have a hung parliament.
Why not?
So accept the facts. Deliberation.
Now here for now you two now do I need somebody to come and tell me say
but speaker I make it clear say a good decision making I will not be there. There is no law that prevents the speaker to sit in. So Father, my
stories I
think they know they should know better. They know better. It's your back here because the way sometimes Omoma Ghana for be Kasan. It might look say as to be the dependent as to be Kaseti, but at the end of the day, I give you a decision you take it more affected. Affected the voters, affected the youth more. Take one decision and money affect you almost that. But I say, a coba to a banner affected. So a banner is also Abuano okay ni libre. The ban is I'm for best spit it out their grievances. I'm for best spit it out somewhere, which Omoti are feeling comfortable. Now they feel say people are talking but that should be done. Because if you do the right thing, nobody will talk about you. And Opamo solid direct crime or any man Mukwe Juma. At the end of the day, you can't take any better decision for Ghana. Parliament for your day. The parliament will mom got in our Ghana for. They should tell us. It's cardia, no much.
I mean, it's bad. It's bad. It's bad. Say, decision taking, simple decisions taking on this controversial levy, and as a media, also your mom mileage, your mom Obiaka be about you levy pay.
It's about time. I was saying, and never being right, we have to hit hard, so that Obi or Tiff, you know, so on also new. Send
your comments to 0503-236-735 0503-236-735 now ya kind messages sama mama say messages ni bi aba e wo ye WhatsApp line so na
ya ne bi teacher for issue ya hater ya teacher for and so near hit hard ni wa ye teacher for the assembly dey di kan e wo say ye kan parliament wo ni bi papa bia de magana Gugana and Masi and Guasian Kwa Muslim.
But the point is
honorable members who take a good decision. We are from work.
And yet, it's a pamucho where they may say move the majority leader out. Move it out. Move the majority leader out. And that is who say Speaker of Parliament say, why majority leader da? Why minority leader da? Eti, you know why? Or catch majority leader. Sometimes no, it's understandable. Sometimes you don't need to use your power.
I don't have a problem. Now from the onset, you have power.
You don't need to use your power.
I don't have a problem.
You see, when I who said 20s in the 7th Parliament, now MP some doors. So. NDC for working at scrap they are able to so but you see I don't class power medium won't grab that number again. You see a pie
they still feel they
have
special powers.
And there's a speaker cast on parliament who takes over? If a speaker cast on parliament who takes over? It's see when you move the majority leader out and that is going to be my campaign for the next 2 to 3 months. Move the majority leader out.
Support this idea, no? And not only moving him out. Who moving him out, and then you make sure say, to at the afternoon. You also have to make sure that the other baby replace it. Better than.
Oh, but there are some people there who do a better job than him. Sure,
but as to whether they the president will go for that particular
president. Well, president accept. Me say, if you want to know how bad the majority leader is, how bad he is as a leader, me say he left way, secret balloting. You see what will happen. And I can confidently say 50% of MPs will vote against the levy. Let's try it out. If you want to know how bad it, because he doesn't know how to consult
anybody our training about the welfare of the voter who vote against this.
If you like, if you want to know how bad the majority leader is, he is a bad leader. Well, yeah, politics. I'm just telling you. And MPP before
the kind of leadership I will about 90% here bad. That is why we are always complaining.
Okay.
Not even a single day. You better say, you project me. Or my negotiation, project me. That is the day I'm waiting for. So I feel